Why, hello there, and welcome to the clouds. Also to my world of Bimble time. Yeah, so we're gonna be creating this nice owl, Hoot in the night. Yes, he's gonna be a witch. He's gonna be riding on his little broom, and his hat is it's made of clay, polymer clay. I painted him purple. He was just kind of like a statue. He's not really ceramic. It's like, I don't know, plasticky. It's not really heavy though, but it's like hollow inside, so yeah. But I made his facial details. I tried to make his broomstick like a moon because it's just maybe even cheese. It's like it's nice and speckly. The hat on top is very also colorful. I kind of made it look like a river, like with streaks of white and all that. And then I made his little beak a nice yellow, and then the little base, a nice little tree trunk, like when trees they're snipped off, like when they're chopped from everything with a chainsaw. Oh no. Okay. And then I have like the eyeballs, and yeah, it turned out pretty well. I just put some eyeballs on the grass below. That's called a Hoot in the night. And then next up we have this pencil thing where you put in your pencils, yeah. And then it was just a boring beige, so I put like roses all over it and like leaves, and then I tried to go like in between the lines to make like the sky more bluey vibrant inside, because I had this like interesting color. Okay, yeah, so this is a candle, and I made it into a s'more thing. So oh my gosh, no, don't do that. Yeah, slip a unicorn. Okay, so we're making into this s'more thing. We have like the top part, and we're going to be just like going around it. And yep, I have my layers. I even made the center part glittery. And now we have Mr. Jellyfish. It's just a little cup that I found in the kitchen, yeah. And then I just made him some little eyeballs. Painted him all pink and purpley. And the cup had a little like wiggly, squiggly thing on the bottom. So I decided to make that, the octopus bottom. And then we have Mr. Reindeer. I went around his like body and his feet and all that, and like he was actually an ornament kit, but like the paints were horrible, so I just went around with my paints, which are just good acrylic paints. So yeah, I made around red, and then gray, and then yeah, that took a while, but yeah, then I made like little streaks all around him. He was beautiful. And then we got Miss Kitty. I did like little blue streaky streaks all around, and I did like orange streaks as well. Yeah. And then we have like the little heart in the corner. I wanted to try to make it look like two different colors, so like the opposites. So the warm colors and the cold colors, yeah. And then I went around the tail, so that's why I went around the tail with a little more yellow, and then I outlined it. And yeah, so that's why I'm making the background like a greenish bluish, and then the cat is a orangey purple. So yeah, that's my old logo. Who. And next up we have the Duck Craft. So I'm just compiling these two in here. So yay. We have this piece of wood. I sanded it, and I chopped it, and all these little wooden slabs. It was very messy, so I just cleaned that up. Yeah, and then I attached my two little pieces of wood together, and then I attached my bottom part as well, because I wanted to make it look like a triangle, but like maybe like a chair. It kind of looks like a chair, yeah. It looks like a chair, but it's like a mini chair. Maybe like one of those like old woven chairs that were like made of straw. Okay, but yeah, right now I'm sculpting out a little duck, and yeah, I'm sculpting out little creatures, and I'm painting the back of this guy. Nice little black color all around. It's very beautiful. And then the sky will be like this nice yellowy and colorfully, and I made these like little edges around with grass, and I glued those on. There's like little clay that I had to bake them of a polymer clay as well. And I made my little two duckies. It's like a little pond underneath, and then underneath the pond we're gonna do sunsetty, because the ducks, it's like opposite in the sunset, but it just, they like the sun. The sun is vibrant. It brightens their feathers. It makes them pop. Yeah. Okay. And then we have these the little I just made like white streaks all around, and it was very nice. And then we got the river, and I want to continue it through to the background, so I just like continued it, like continued making it through the back headboard of it. Yeah. Okay. I hope that made sense. And then we're going to be doing like that. I tried to like lighten up the river a little bit because I went in with like a dark, but then I just mixed it up in with a little bit of a bluer one. And then I did some grass. And then I made the sky a little bit of like shady shade. And I made the moon just like whoopy, made a nice yellow. And then I went around and did like the brown for the rocks. And then Mr. Duckies as well. Beautiful. And then I wanted to add some little fireflies because I added those like tiny little, I had 2 little dots of clay that I just added right there. And yeah, I made them pop out. And then I went around and I did details on the ducky ducks. I went around the edges, did like the black outline. And that's how it came out. Ooh, fancy. Okay, and then next up we have this bus that I'm making. And I'm getting tired of talking. Okay, wait 1 second. So essentially, I was trying to make some kind of geometric pattern here. So I first of all, it was a shoebox. And I just kind of went around and I made little windows, made the little wavy sidelines. And then I'm trimming it out. So like all those little lines I made. And then for the bus inside, I used to make little buses like this when I was like throughout all my entire life I have. And you like make little slits like out of anything like cardboard or anything, and you just make them into little seats all around the sides, and that's basically what I did. And then I glued them in, and then I tried to kind of like go around all the different parts and pieces. So I'm coloring in like the like little black spots and white spots and purple spots, and it's all around. I tried to make it as colorful as possible, but like geometric style. So even the like the bottoms, I think those are wheels in my mind. I was like trying to say like they can, if it's lifted up, it can be like pushed along. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, most of the buses I've had in the past haven't had wheels. They've just been kind of like pushed along the bottom. So yeah, I had like a big old beehive pattern in the background. You see that my little stick can walk around. And I did like different stripe patterns. So I did like a purple bottom, and then I did a blue bottom, and then brown. So like there's even a cupcake in the corner, just because why not? Yeah. That's my dirty paint bottom. Okay. Yeah, we recorded that. That's fine. Anywho, so we have like the window. We have a nice little window for the bus driver himself in the bottom. It's very colorful, and we have apparently I'm gonna look around the edges here. Okay, I'm just waggling around, but yeah, so it has like, it's 4 sides, obviously like a school bus, but it's very different. Oh, okay, yes. You can see that's like the size comparison, like that's how big the bus is. But I mean, you can fit little creatures in there, so that's very nice. I like that.
Hello, y'all.
Fetty.
So right now I got my hot glue gun, and I am making a certain special project. So I got here a styrofoam ball. Used to be a golden snitch, by the way. It had 2 wings, one here and one here. Things that fly around. This right here is going to be a new project. And right now, I am going to cover this styrofoam ball in fluff. And you'll see later what it'll turn into. Peace out. Very fluffy. So it used to be a styrofoam ball. You can kind of see the parts where it still is. By the way, I stuck these sticks in here for a reason. They have a big reason. So, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? Big fluffy thing with 4 legs. You'll see soon enough. Alrighty, so can you now guess what it is? It has ears, and it has a face, and it's so fluffy, and it's made of a styrofoam ball. It's a sheep, but not just any type of sheep. It will be an amazing sheep. You'll see. You can definitely tell this is a sheep now. There's no way you can't see that. It's a sheep with a halo. It's an angel sheep. It's gonna be able to hang my beautiful sheep. My beautiful sheep. Alright, so get ready to behold the finished product. The beautiful sheep. The little hook attached and the yarn. And its little halo is now purple. Its beautiful face. So gorgeous. So all from a styrofoam ball. And it also has a tail, of course. Pretty cute. A nice little sheep. A little something to make my sheep shine. Some beautiful ribbon underneath it. And have sweet sheep dreams while you count sheep. Okay. See you later. Hello, y'all. So today's project involves a hot glue gun. What could this be? So it's a plastic cup wrapped with some Christmas tinsel. What do you think I'm gonna make it into? Something green and fluffy? Yes, we'll see. You know, of course, this magical tree can't be much of a magical tree without like a point at the top. Make it a pine cone and then keep on going on up.
No, it is a tiny tree and it is amazing. It's so unique, no one else will be able to have it. And of course, one could never go wrong with a snowflake ornament.
Get ready to see it in action. And of course, one could never go wrong with their little Christmas tree without some beautiful ribbon. I'm starting a silver cup. This is gonna be a silver Christmas tree. Kind of reminds me of a party hat right now, like. Yeah, kind of.
Here, I decorated a ceramic salt and pepper shaker display with 2 cats on the sides as a container inspired by mint ice cream. Then I painted the 2 cat figures from white to yellow to brown and black. Et voila, a hint of glitter and some minor touch-ups. I also dotted the sides of this container with some brown and black, portraying perfect milk and dark chocolate chips.
And yes, smudges do happen.
And then I created some little pupils for the eyes. So cute!
Et voila, a little holder for your salt and pepper.
At long last, a project with some fabric. So here I have a shirt, a pillow, and a bunch of stuffing. Then I snipped a t-shirt and I also destroyed that pillow. May it rest in pieces. Once everything was successfully cut out, I measured the outline of the fluff and then snipped the white stuff to a good size until the frame fit within the edges. Then I got my hot glue gun to make sure everything was sticky enough. Then went ahead and squished the fluff onto the fabric. I readjusted the fabric size just to make sure the edges would fit when both sides were placed together. And then I connected the second piece of fabric to the fluff. Here I'm quickly showing the edges that will need to be filled, and by that I mean with a hot glue gun. Personally, this is how I've always secured fabric together. Some may say the thread and needle is better, but personally I don't want to waste hours attempting to fit thread to needle anyway. Then for some unique accents, I added fluff to the edges to make the pillow look way more cool. Here, you see the almost finished outcome, but for starters, it's too fluffy. So I had to remove fluff from places where it shouldn't be. With a lint roller, I got rid of all that extra fluff. It was so satisfying. Once all that unwanted fluff, well, most of it was gone, I went into stage 2, which was repainting the wolf's figure. This was the most challenging thing, for I had to stay within the edges. Anyway, the touch-ups ended up amazing and the wolf turned out beautiful. Don't worry, it's not just a notebook.
It's sprinkle bells, sprinkle all the way.
Look at a delicious Pop-Tart while you write or do math problems. Okay, I know I'm standing in a mirror, but this isn't just a mirror. It's also a canvas where creations come to life. Y allí tienes, as the Spanish say.
Tiny hedgehog. It's made of a pine cone and has its little eyes right there. And then it has a little pink nose. All around it has glitter and it's nicely decorated. So you can clearly tell it's a hedgehog, not a porcupine. So this is the beautiful hedgehog.
And welcome to Mr. Spider-Man. So I'm just going to be doing a nice little digital art here. I sketched out this little spider. I thought he was cute. He had in the ninja style. And he has his like arms all around. But he looks kind of funky when he does it. He's like moving his arms to his center chest. And it's amazing. And then so essentially I made it purple. And did like kind of like a blotchy blotch. And this is digital. So yeah, the blotchy blotches are pixelated. Yeah, okay. So I made his headband a nice yellow, and then his eyeballs a black, yes, black, and then the white all around as well, with like the little extra highlight underneath it, and then his little mouth as well. I made it like a nice little arch, almost like it kind of looks like a half apple or something, like a crescent moon shape. And then around his legs, I went with white because I wanted to make sure that, I don't know, why did I do that? I mean, I could have just got rid of the image in the background when I did that. But anywho, okay, so I went on the legs. I made them a little bit more pink in the beginning, but then I decided to do the little etches, blotches, because add a little bit more flavor to the legs. Yes. Oh no, we're not gonna eat spider legs. No. Okay, but we have like then I had to make the head outline a little bit more because the head itself, like the body, even all of the parts, like it needed to look more fuzzy because spiders are fuzzy. They have like little hair follicles all around their body, which actually I think those are like either to just feel their surroundings or something. Let me look. So apparently it's like for sensing vibrations in their environment and detecting prey and communicating with other spiders. So like I suppose you could communicate with another spider like by feeling with them, like maybe they like shed hair, like they shoot the hair out and it goes and touches another spider. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but like so then I kind of went around, instead of with the fluffy, I went with just solid white, and then I went around those fluffies again in order to make the spider look really fluffy, like a creature, a plushie. But I mean, plushies are looking so smooth nowadays, man. Okay, but we have like the edges, so I wanted to make the legs thicker because they were looking real thin. And then I also wanted to do the shadows, so like this underneath the legs shadows, they are very defined. I'm like a darker purple, and then toward the center of the body I also went there darker because it's like the shade in where the leg collides with the body. Ooh. And then around the face as well, it's just, you know, a process there. And then I did some highlights. Yes, some highlights all around with the same purple but like lighter shade. Ooh, let's see, that eyeball's going a little crazy. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I remember like old cartoon eyeballs. They used to be like super duper like defined, had like details that made them look so distinctive. And like eyeballs nowadays, they just look odd. I don't know. It's just like they look really creepy. It looks like they're just staring into your soul. No. Okay. So we have like the bandana. So like I went around the edge, and then it's just like a nice little border. And even like the little highlights all around, and then the little strand, I wanted to make sure like it went a swoop to the back, because the little bandana was like, it needed to be dimensional. So then I also added these like little black and white dotties all around in order to make him look more fluffy, but like not fluffy, it's more like the in-betweens of the fluffs, you know. So he has like these dotted patterns. I blended it just a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised at how much effort I put into every little detail here. But yes, it is his legs and feet and his bodily parts. And then I extended out his little spider trail. It's kind of odd. He has a spider trail, but he's like standing. I mean, I suppose a spider could do that once they land. It's like they land, they have their spider trail still. But I think when they land, they normally just like release their spider strand or something. Like, do they just leave it behind? How does it chop off their body? So there are different types of silk, but yeah, I haven't figured out how they can disconnect. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. And so we have my supplies. I'm recreating my hot dog costume, and I have like 2 lemon bottles, all my fabrics, some scissors and paint brushes. Yeah, so we're starting out with this like dressy shirt. I don't know, it belonged to my sister as she outgrew it, so yeah. I painted on a hot dog. That is a hot dog, that red part, and then the black is like the outline. So that is the center part. Don't worry, it looks kind of weird right now, but it is definitely a hot dog. And then we also I made the hat, so it's gonna be like kind of like those stand owners, you know, they have that hat on top of their head. Wooga. So it's like cardboard just like rolled around and then put into a top part with a top lid, and then the bottom is hollow. Then I'm painting it white, and then same thing with these lemon bottles. Yeah, so I made the ketchup and mustard bottles because they're hot dogs use, I guess. And then I like splotched them on with this like spongy brushy brush, and then I made them red and yellow, and then I made that like wrappy triangle thingy on top. and I just glued it to place, and yeah. Next up, the glasses were they made like circular lenses, and then there was the clear ones, and I just attached it onto there because they need to somehow be able to fit on your face. So there's like clear safety glasses, painted the cardboard part white, and then we have the red and the yellow part, and then it's just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then some difficult times during the project.
I'm out of hot glue sticks. How can I connect pieces together? Super glue. I'm drowning in the hot dog bun. Ketchup will help me. No, really, this is tough work. I've been painting for hours on end. But it is worth it, because when Halloween comes, my mom will have a costume. Do something. Keep moving.
And yes,
All
I did
angles.
use like a little bit of a speed up here, so my voice sounds a little bit high pitched. But anywho,
Hello, y'all.
I can go
So
hi
right
to
now,
you.
I am getting ready to make myself a full-on blown pirate for Halloween. Okay, so let's start with makeup. Need something vibrant. This is dark. Wow. It's gonna look pretty cool. See y'all.
Happy Halloween! Get ready for the Christmas nails. Yeah, this is my mom's handle. Okay, so we have like a blue background, and then I'm gonna make a nice little white speckle here, and that's gonna be Santa's hat. So like we're gonna make him his nice little red hat, and then that's gonna be Mr. Santa Claus. So I gave him his little face, and then his little white beard, and even the little orange for the yeah. Okay. I don't know, I think I failed at that. Okay, but anywho, so now we're having a galaxy design. It's like nice and speckly all around, beautiful galaxy, white and black. Yes, I love it. Okay, so this is just a combination of Christmas and Halloween. Yeah, okay, now watch as my cat jumps, and I animated it. So what you see here looks like a cat about to jump. She's bracing herself and she leaps up. But in reality, what you're actually seeing is a compilation of images. These images took a lot of work, but I had some help. I had a video of my cat jumping up, and that was my reference. So what I did, I started by breaking the video into individual images from certain seconds of the video. There were only 6 seconds. Then I outlined each one of these images digitally. After outlining 31 images total, I went inside each image with digital black and white shading. While all that is very exciting, there are little bits in the puzzle that we cannot forget. Other than the normal stuff, I had to deal with random tails, headless cats, bodiless cats, and eyeballs. Mostly for copy and pasting. However, I was lucky enough to use the exact same background image for all my drawings. Like all ideas, it started with a sketch, and then colored it in slowly, and then eventually I was able to add in the cat and put her in whatever direction and position I wanted. So we ended here with 5 seconds of animated, digital, shaded, beautiful cat jumping, and it took me about 3 days non-stop. Of course I slept, but it took me 3 days non-stop. But it's so worth it because now I can show it to my mom, my sister, and everyone else who adores my cat.
So, this was the process I took toward animation. Probably the very first thing I've ever animated, and my style of doing it. But I know a lot of you probably have your own styles. So how about you experiment with what you like? Maybe a video of someone throwing a baseball, or I don't know, someone underwater. But with the video, you're able to kind of recreate in a digital manner. So that's what I think is super, super cool. And I'm glad my cat was a part of this. Glad, mwah, beautiful kitty. Her name is Gigi. And maybe I'll hope to do more of this in the future. But for right now, I'll be creative, I'll be fun, and have a great day. No! There's never a right or wrong way to do anything. Be creative. Mwah. Bye. Salutation to all you creative morning risers. Have you ever heard the saying, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, my answer may surprise you. The chicken did not come first, nor the egg. What came first was a cupcake. Hallelujah! Chicken! Yup, you heard me right. And today we're gonna learn how to create a cupcake chicken. Or a chicken cupcake. Which do you prefer? No. Either way, aren't you excited? Get it? Cause chickens lay eggs. Anyway, let's start with these two plain old ceramic chickens. I'll spin them around so you can see their tushies. And then the rest of our materials, plus anything else you would like to add to your cupcake chicken masterpieces. We will begin by covering this failed soccer ball chicken. Yes, that was another artistic quest that I went on. All a nice pink shade. Why am I hugging a pillow? I don't know. I mean, it's cute. It's very, very cute. This is love. Then, this almost to be tomato chicken. Yes, that was another adventure. A nice blue shade. Let's begin with some chocolate-covered accents, as well as a long drip traveling just across the midsection. Gosh, that's an ugly mistake. Quickly here, I'm showing that we will have a chocolate cupcake and a vanilla cupcake. If there was a third cupcake, we would have made some Napoleon ice cream and included a strawberry cupcake. Mwah. But sadly, there's not a third cupcake. Now, for the handy-dandy wrapper to keep all that chicken cupcake batter nice and secure. And just to be decorative. Can't forget about the decoration. Boots. Don't you just love my boots? They're so beautiful. I made them. I painted them. Can I make a boot? That would be very challenging. Oh well. With hot glue, attach your cupcake lining. Now, for the cherry on top candle, make a hole in a ball of clay using your candle. Then trim the candle and smoosh it on with a hint of hot glue. Now, we will begin painting the accents. Careful, kids. This is a non-lit candle. It is most certainly dangerous. Said no one ever. And we dot the eyeball with a toothpick. And there is your chicken dude. Your chicken dude. Your chicken dude. Your chicken dude. That sounds funny. Of course, I added some glitter sparkle paint just to give it shimmer, some yellow and orange sprinkles all around, and some other decorative accents to make these cupcakes more chickeny, because chickens are sparkly. Totally. Best of luck to your chickens, and to conclude,
Why did the chicken cross the road? To become a cupcake! Do you think he was actually baked into a cupcake? Was it just decoration? Or did the baker actually take the chicken and put it in a cupcake? Okay, you know what? Let's not think about that. A moon's farewell to you all. Bye!
A sun salutation to all you morning risers, whether your morning began at noon or 3 a.m. or a more normal 8 o'clock. Today, we will learn how to create a realistic and classic bowl of delicious noodles using oven-baked clay, as well as a ceramic base generally used for household plants. Of course, any bowl or cup also works. Let's begin by making sure our plate is nice and clean so we don't get infected by any dangerous bacteria. Once that is settled, we will move on to molding our clay into various shapes. I began with long strands for the noodles because, well, I really just feel that that is the shape for any ordinary noodle. Along with some smaller dollops of clay for shaping eggs, peas, carrots, and other accessory ingredients. Don't forget to plug in your hot glue gun, or else it won't actually melt anything. As you can see by the peas and the egg, some vegetables are just better enlarged. And now I can safely feel that the egg takes total control of the masterpiece. But anyway, it's time to bake. Be careful not to burn those perfect human hands, so let your clay cool for 5 to 10 minutes after baking in the oven. Then begin painting colorful details to all the various ingredients your noodle bowl contains, so everyone can more easily tell what you like to add in your noodles. Don't forget, and I only mention it because this entire video has been incredibly sarcastic, this process of painting must be absolutely perfect. Otherwise, you will disappoint the pasta god and he will flavor your pasta with grass forever. Okay, moving on. We see a ceramic bowl, one that indeed developed a fracture in the process, but it is still wonderfully unique. A half of hard-boiled egg that takes up a great amount of space is the most prominent feature in my masterpiece. But we also mustn't forget the carrots, the peas, and those circular red rings, which I can only assume to be tomatoes, and all are greatly appreciated. Have fun with your fake noodles. While you can't eat them, you can most definitely stare at them. Well, anyway, a moon farewell to all you night sleepers, whether your night begins past midnight, early at 6 p.m., or at a more normal 10 o'clock p.m. You are all very special, more special than your bowl of noodles. So now photograph your masterpiece. A sun salutation! It's Kayomi Maui. Today we're going to create a summer beach paradise DIY. There's going to be palm trees and everything.
It's going to be so much fun.
So we will start with our mini frame. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. And then a tiny palm tree decoration. So cute. I actually got this one for my 12th birthday party cake. It was a summer beach themed pool party. Good times. Splashing around in the pool. Anyway, let's start with the sunset. Gather some orange, yellow, red, black, and blue shades and create a nice layered backdrop because that's what sunsets are. They're colorful! Then find the perfect shade of bronze for the interior. I actually used a metallic shade of nail polish for this because why not? You can most certainly paint your nails on the beach. Now let's add the swaying ocean below. Don't get lost at sea. To contrast the interior bronze, I used an ultra pure white for the exterior. Mwah. Perfect. You know, opposites attract. Dark on the inside, light on the outside. Yeah.
Finally, with a touch of hot glue, secure that palm tree to its base. Ah, the key ingredient, a palm tree. Splendidly tropical. I'm not even sure this masterpiece could be considered a tropical beach without it. Well, this is a nice 5-minute craft anyone can do. I personally love how it turned out. The bright colors add a pop to any room, even if you do live in the middle of Alaska. I certainly do not, but some of you might. So let's bring the beach to everyone. Whoop, whoop. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Stay creative here. Yay! It's Coyote Mountain. See you later.
Hawaiian power.
So here are some of my beautiful painting projects. We have this before, this is the bathroom. And so I just painted the walls all blue, made it a nice sunset. And yeah, I did also paint the closet wall. I made it like a nice sunset. And yeah, there's the closet. I made the inside like a nice blue pattern, whooshy whooshy. Like one side blue, another darker, and one side lighter. Beautiful. And so I also organized the closet, made sure that all the parts and everything that my mom uses is organized. Yeah, I don't know why she has so much stuff, but yeah. Then we have the so this is all the blue that I did all around, and there's also the white. So I painted the wooden parts white. Yes, and that's me. Hi. Okay, so now we have the slow-mo painting of the chimney. Ooh la la. We have the back base, which is white, and then we have nice little bluey specklies all around. Ooh, and this is another room. We have I'm painting the border. I painted a nice creamy color, and then I also painted the walls too, a green, an orange, a tan. You know, it's just me. It's just me. Yeah.